Here we go again. This is going to be episode 20. I remember this time. Episode 20. This is a milestone, bro. We're 20 episodes deep. This is Everything's Everything, a.k.a. EIE on YouTube. Y'all, thank you for joining us. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And you know what I've been forgetting to tell people, bro?
What's that, Brody?
Turn on that notification bell. I'm still getting new to this YouTube thing, so maybe that wasn't like my first thought, but please turn on notifications so that you guys can see when we upload. We come in to you guys every Saturday, trying to bring you the most diverse topics on YouTube, good thought, good vibes, genuine emotions and connections. We're still working on that nickname for, as we bring our little communities. I like the Jiglets. I'm still leaning towards the Jiglets. Y'all, please cast a vote in the comments. Engage with us. Let us know what you think about being called the Jiglets. We all Jiglets here, right? And speaking of Jiglets, this is a special week. I just want to give a big birthday shout out. It was Jiggy's birthday this week, and I just want to say happy birthday, my brother.
I appreciate it.
I'm thankful to God that you're here with us. Another year of life, another year to grow and be prosperous and to be blessed, bro, and more life, more blessings, bro. If I wasn't worried about copyright, I would play the Jamaican birthday song. Happy birthday, my friend. One more year upon them. I would really, but I ain't trying to get canceled off of YouTube or copyright strikes. So there was my rendition of that. But bro, how you been? How's your week?
Yo, everything was good, man. I just wanted to treat this birthday like it's any regular day, just because it is any regular day.
Right.
My birthday happened years ago.
Right.
When I actually came here, so I just want to treat it like every regular day, but then also just appreciate the people who appreciated me. So that's one of the good things about it, when people notice you, but not taking into account anybody that doesn't notice you. Just appreciate everything that I do have. So I'm very appreciative, man. I'm glad to be here, man. I'm glad to be able to speak to you guys. So yeah.
Right. And we all appreciate you, bro. Oh, man, bro. Even in the midst of celebration, there's still some loss, and I feel like the times we live in now, we have so many heavy things happening in the world. I just want to give a rest in peace to Alex Pretti. I believe it's how you pronounce his name. He was killed by ICE agents in Minnesota. There's been, I didn't say the word turmoil last time. I feel there's a little bit more turmoil in Minnesota now. A lot of protests, a lot of angst. The Minnesota game and the Golden State game it's been played, but they had canceled it during the weekend last week when it happened.
Yeah.
And you can tell, to quote Lupe Fiasco, the streets are on fire.
No.
A lot of people are rightfully enraged. This is even a different look from a race dynamic, because I don't know if America has seen back-to-back incidences like that involving non-black people, but like actual white people, and that being a different factor. Like we've seen in the 2010s and in 2020, countless names, bro. It's so many names that I feel bad sometimes forgetting, whether it be George Floyd, whether it be Trayvon Martin, and so many more. I'm forgetting one of the young ladies. It's one of the more famous ones. Are you recalling?
I forgot her name. I know you're talking about Breonna something.
Breonna, that's what I say. Breonna said to him, Breonna something. But unfortunately, and I struggle with that, because it's like, it's not just that. This is like a lineage of things for us, right? And things we constantly have to deal with. There's been a lot of discussion on, how we as black people should feel about it, and is it our fight? Is it not our fight? I think anytime there's injustice, is our fight. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is probably new to a lot of people who maybe have ignored when it happened to black and brown people, but it doesn't change the fact that this thing is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, a wrong's wrong no matter who it's done to. And I think it's important, right, during this time, that we do everything we can to support those people in Minnesota and across the country who are also probably fighting these fights, even if the cameras aren't there yet. There was a similar situation last year with them going into D.C. and D.C. being heavily policed. But it also led me to think to, how do you manage some of the heavy weight that can come along with paying attention to these things, caring about these things, wanting to help people, wanting to be a voice to, get a positive change and get things to stop and move in the right direction without it being such a burden on you or becoming something where you might even get a little bit depressed off it.
Yeah, I mean, bro, honestly, like looking at this whole week, I feel like it's been, like you said, turmoil, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like in the streets of Minnesota right now, I just feel like especially with all these things happening, especially today. What was his name again? You said it was,
Sorry, one moment. I got you right here. Alex Pretti.
Alex Pretti. So I actually looked a little bit more deeper into the story, and
Mm-hmm.
they said that he had a weapon on him,
Right.
and some say he didn't,
Right.
right? And it's interesting, right? Because a lot of the times when things were like done to black people,
Mm-hmm.
they had to throw in a situation where it looked like the black person was doing something wrong. So they
Mm-hmm.
had a gun on them, or they was trying to hit me in order for them to justify the fact of whatever they did to the black person.
Right.
And now we're seeing it just go across the field where it's not just black anymore. It's just people that they feel like shouldn't be here, or they feel like they want to do it to now, right? Now, and at this point, right, like the way they're doing it, right, it's not, I guess, right, we're not considering it racism, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we're not considering that, but it's something else, right? And
fascism, I think, might be the word for it.
there we go. And people are not looking at the fact that, like you said, black people went through things like this for a long time here in America, right? And a lot of that long time, a lot of people didn't give us an excuse.
Right.
A lot of times people looked at us and said, hey, listen, you guys need to pick your things up and get going. You need to do better. You need to be more educated. You need to work a little bit harder.
Right.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And then, now it seems like people around the country are starting to feel that when the system wants to break you, the system will break you. You get what I'm saying? And, I feel like that's the understanding that we need to come to as people overall. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because when it was done with black people, it came with all this propaganda. It came with all these extra things where they wanted to make it seem like, we were something that we were not. Right. And now at this point, you can see the stories being told where it's seeming like these people were doing something or seeming like they were something that they're not.
Right.
Right. So it's telling. We know.
Right.
We've been there before.
Right.
We've seen these stories. You know what I mean?
Time and time again.
Time and time and time again. But it breaks my heart to see how it goes down because, we've heard lots of stories of it happening like to black people, but now we're seeing it modern day. You get what I'm saying? Like you said, no matter who it happens to, it's wrong. You get what I'm saying? But I think this is a time where, we really need to do a little bit more research and understanding as far as them wanting black people to speak up for them or want us to do something extra. We're still in our own fight.
That's a fact.
We're still in our own fight. We're still fighting for a lot of things that people are ignoring. And at this point in our fight, we cannot ignore what we're going through or where we're going or the progress we made in order to just say, hey, listen, like, hey, stop what we're doing and go there and try to fix what they got going on. What we can do is inform you guys of what we went through and tell you guys what you guys can do in those type of situations. It's written on the wall. It's been there through the history of America, what we've done. And, not passing judgment on anybody from the ICE agent all the way to the people that's there because we get the story that they want us to see.
Right.
Right. So we don't really get the story that we should be able to really sit there and be able to analyze and come to a better understanding of what's really going on there. So it breaks my heart. You know what I mean? I think a lot of more things need to be done by the state. The reason why I say that is because regardless of what happens in that state, the people are not going to trust. If something's done to the people in the state, they're going to look at the government just like the state.
Right.
There's no telling no difference in people's eyes. So I really feel like
that's actually a really good point that I never thought about is, does local law enforcement do a better job of defending the people? You know what I'm saying? And being a shield for the people. I don't know the logistics. That's a different type of politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're talking about local law enforcement versus quote unquote government agents that ICE is supposedly supposed to be. I was listening to CNBC this morning, and they had on one governor. I'm forgetting his name at the moment, but he was talking about how the Republican Party does not want ICE agents to remove their masks because people are harassing them and pulling up their address or saying they work here and stuff like that. I'm like, well, people wouldn't be doing that if there was an accountability system, But you guys want impunity for these things. So, like, when you see the video and you see the man that lost his life be in a submissive state and, you know, not have his weapon in hand. He, you know, and it still go down and they still execute him. It's like, that's what's going to enrage people, because at that point, it's like everyone's fearing for their safety, right? And they're looking at the government like, you guys are essentially turning like the military on the civilians damn near, you know? And these aren't the two incidences that happened in Minnesota aren't even with immigrants. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes on, and it's a lot that weighs on me, because I'm like, man, why can't we come in here and talk about some fun stuff? You know what I'm saying? But we have to address these serious things, because this is happening. This is a world that we're living in now. And, you know, like we said, the streets were on fire in Minnesota. Who knows if those flames spread throughout Georgia, then Alabama, maybe reach down to Florida. You know, we don't really know what the next thing is. So, like, in my mind, I've been really going over, like, something you told me that you've been telling me for a while, is like how to protect our thoughts. Try not to let this thing get me down too much. Like, try not to let the heavy times that we're living in, although very serious, be to the detriment of myself or to anybody else who might be feeling like how you and I feel when we're watching this goes down. I mean, just in this age of cell phones with cameras alone, I mean, we're not talking about razors anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we're not talking about the old Nokias with the blurry pictures anymore. We got high definition, 4K, everything's captured.
That's true.
Right? And unfortunately, when everything's captured, that means even tragedies are captured. And that means we're seeing so many people lose their life, even if it's not from a systemic injustice like with ICE or police brutality. Like, I mean, you see crazy videos of drive-bys happening, or you saw a crazy fight video where something goes down. And it's like, we can't get so desensitized to death, you know what I'm saying? Because we're constantly finding it in our Twitter feeds or Reddit, or if a clip is on Instagram or TikTok, wherever the case may be. I think for at least for me personally, like, one thing I want to mention too, that's helped with my mental when it comes to these things, is like my religious faith, you know, like praying to God, laying some of those burdens at his feet, understanding, like, you know, as much as I care, as much as I, you know, I'm building this platform and you're building this platform so that we can be a voice for change, so that we can be a voice for people to express themselves. And I think that's so important. It's also one of those things where it's like, I know that certain things are just in God's hands and I got to lay it down at his feet, right? So that was my thought on that as far as protecting our mental health side of it. You brought up a good point about people being in Minnesota speaking up about it. And I just watched a recent episode of Joe Budden's podcast, and he's upset with hip hop for not being vocal about what's happening in Minnesota, and saying that not enough rappers are, you know, whether making a song, making a statement, doing something publicly to bring awareness and let people know how, like, the culture of hip hop feels about what's currently happening, right? And in my mind, I said, that's a good point. However, I don't know if Joe Budden, because he's really more of an R&B guy. If you're a fan of the Joe Budden podcast, the way I am, you know that Joe Budden's more of an R&B guy. What rapper, what new artist do you seriously think has the capability to address such a deep thing like what's happening in Minnesota in a poetic way, in a catchy way, and in a poignant way? Because there's really only two names, and they're not even the newer acts. You know the two names. You can say it.
Yeah, Kendrick, J. Cole.
That's it. That's what it. And what's also ironic about this is, like, him calling for something, like, he's such a Drake stan. Like, Drake don't make, like, all these guys, like whether it be Lil Baby, Da Baby, Drake, 42 Doug, like, you name any new rapper, Ken Carson, like, none of these dudes for the last, what are we gonna call this? Let's call it at least 8 years.
Yeah.
At least 8 years. Hip hop as a whole has gotten so far away from being message driven. We've done topics on here of people cursing out music with thoughts in it, and we don't want to hear none of that thought provoking stuff. We want to hear what up, boom, bam, bam, and, you know, just vapid club bangers. And it made me think, I'm like, you know, is it that not enough consumers want that on a regular basis, or do you guys only want that when there's a tragedy happening? Like, shouldn't a message be preached like year round, or at least periodically, versus just waiting for an opportune moment to really speak up about something? Because there's always something happening.
Yeah, there's no rapper, bro. You know, George Button said that, but what rappers that are actually in Minnesota that we can actually pump up or actually listen to what they have to say about what's going on in Minnesota? So, you know, we want artists to speak up, or he wants artists to speak up, or rappers. But do we really want rappers to speak about something that dear, or something that crazy that's going on, in politic wise, or to the people there in Minnesota? I don't really want to hear a rapper that doesn't have an understanding of the streets in Minnesota to speak about anything that's going on there. So, you know, I don't want to hear somebody advertise something to sell something from that type of situation. If you don't have anything intellectual to say, anything that can progress the people that's there, I don't know why you would call on rappers. I want to hear more people from universities come and speak about the things that are affecting the people there. You know, some of the younger people that's there, not even rappers, but some of the younger people that's there that's working. I want to hear what they have to say. But you know, I know Joe Budden wants to hear a rapper. They take over and put it in a rap song, and then it becomes a great song and it sells. And then the point of it is that it's just sell. And we just listen to it. Nah, I want real change.
No, that's a fact.
I want real things done.
That's a fact. And that's the thing. You know, like it's such a balance that has to happen, right? Because just like how Malcolm said, you know, like what community you see like jazz musicians or comedians be the leaders or the thought provokers of what's happening for us, right? Like the face of our communities, and it's really kind of like us looking for entertainers, right?
Yeah.
And personally, right? You know, I'm not an either or guy, because I think you do need like everybody that you just listen, but you also need the entertainers who actually care, who like are actually informed and are capable of doing it. You know what I mean? Like, as much as I love Lil Wayne, I know Lil Wayne should never be anywhere near a mic if he's talking anything about politics or social anything. It's never gone right in his like 30-year career. He's never said anything poignant, and oftentimes, because we like his music so much, we just give him grace because he said some of the worst things you can think of, right? You know, it's just sad to me that it's like, dang, we really only got two. Honestly, in my mind, we really only got one, because like he's the one right now, and it's Kendrick. Like what he did at the Super Bowl and making that political statement and being so artistic with it and it not coming off as corny or cheesy or like he's trying too hard. It's like only he can get that off, and it made me think, I'm like, the blame should be more so on the people. Like the consumers. We talk about all the time, like the power of our dollar and putting our money where we want to see change, right? That goes down to music. Like a lot of times we just supporting the nonsense. You know what I mean? We're not supporting a message that needs to be heard because everyone's like, you know, I don't want to hear that, Rakim, that type of attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's like you come off as like the 5% of the group or something, or like you come off as a dude who just came out of jail and got woke. You know what I'm saying? Like we treat things like that, and we've had so many anti-intellectual conversations throughout this podcast alone. We're only 20 episodes in.
Yeah.
And now people are seeing that the reason why you need those people who are not just intellectual but artistic. Because I believe music is such a powerful thing. Music is such a powerful thing that it can change and motivate and inspire people. And like you said, R.I.P. Prince. Prince was here.
Minnesota. Prince
would have gotten that guitar, put up a solo, and probably sang one of the greatest songs ever if he was still with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that we don't have like a ground representation from Minnesota as far as music, but bigger than music, at the end of the day, like we the people are the voice. So, you know, I'm hearing people from Minnesota just through news outlets and stuff like that. They may not be entertainers, but I think what helps is when, even if they're not from there, if you have the right artists come in to amplify those voices, you know what I mean? Because it needs to reach to every corner, not just in America, but in the world. That's another thing that I love that Malcolm X talked about, was not making our fight a civil thing, but make it a humane thing. This is a humanitarian issue. And when you do that, it allows other countries to come in and put their thought and stuff in it. Because a lot of times if it's civil and it's just in like quote unquote in-house, or it's just in that country, people are like, oh, that's an American problem versus this is a human problem. You know what I mean? The same way I see a lot of support for those in Gaza. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the ways that we can help spread this message, help the world come together. Injustice is everywhere, where people are being mistreated everywhere, can come together, and we as a people, as a planet, I think that's powerful. Like when we as a planet can zero in and lock in and say, like, imagine, bro, just imagine that for a sec. Like if there's an injustice in Africa, if not even 90%, let's say majority, the 65, 70% of the world said, yo, cut it out, or we start pulling plugs. You know what I'm saying? If the pulling plugs don't work and we cut off money to whatever government's doing wrong or to whatever mistreatment's happening, then we go into the next step. Then the world combines like, yo, military-wise, we will dismantle everything here. And as a world, we'll come together and make sure that people choose what they want and who they want and, have more a true democracy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus like everything just being so isolated and the world has so many fires going at one time and everybody's kind of fighting for themselves.
Let me ask you a question. So do you think that like the slavery in America was like an in-house problem that we were dealing with at the time? Like slavery from the beginning of time, you think it was like an in-house thing?
No, only because I know the history doesn't get spoken about outside of America because it happened in the Caribbean, it happened in South America, it happened in Africa. Like rubber plantations in Africa was insanely cruel. King Leopold, I can never pronounce it, Leopold III, I believe, insane mass murdering of African people. So I think for America, it became the face, so to speak, because of the revolution that came from it. You know what I'm saying? And the storyline of it and how Black Americans have put their struggle and their triumph in art, whether that be through movies or music like jazz, hip hop, gospel. You know what I mean? Like it's become such a not a fairy tale, but it's such a triumphant story, right? Being brought from somewhere, being in shackles, step by step, just fighting, getting out of shackles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but not to go too deep into it, because I was going to ask another question
Go
about
ahead,
it.
sorry. My bad.
Yeah, no worries. I was going to ask, so do you think that what's going on right now in America, as far as in Minnesota, do you think that's an in-house problem that's going
on? In Minnesota, I gotta say that's a little bit more in-house because it's more government tied to. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different because it's not just happening in Minnesota. Like, mind you, these ICE agents are attacking a lot of blue states. First of all, like the presence is noticeably heavier in blue states. You're not seeing that same presence in states like Georgia, Florida, Texas, and the like, right?
Yeah.
And that's where it seems a little bit more systemic and strategic.
Yeah.
Because they're targeting, quote unquote, their enemies, their other, and that's more political. And I think that's where, it makes it harder for maybe other places to come and intervene. But maybe someone should pull a Venezuela on Trump. I don't know who got the juice. Who got the juice to do it?
Yo,
who got the balls to do it?
But that's the reason why I asked those two questions. Like, are those two things in house? Because those two, well, slavery is major,
right?
Of course, what's going on in Minnesota is just an effect of different things that happen just like that. Like you just stated earlier about certain things that happen like that. And specifically, and it seems like a lot of those things that happen or influence America is not in-house problems. You get what I'm saying? But we civilly fight about it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? We hate each other about it. We fight about it and stuff like that. And the influence is usually coming from, a different country most of the time. You get what I'm saying? At a point, it's like us as Americans never really truly deal with our own problems. You get what I'm saying? It's like we never got a point in America to really just truly deal with our own problems, because we've always been dealing with problems from other countries. And it just seems like, I just wish at a point, you get what I'm saying, if something like, for instance, let's say the thing in Minnesota that happened, you already have the state versus the government. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
The state versus the government about something that America needs to figure out together.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And then what's coming, and it's going to be heavily influenced by outside forces too.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At a point, you know what I mean? It's like I'm an American, and it's like we're having problems influenced by people that's not from here. Like,
Oh, big time.
it's like I'm trying to really. I'm looking at things, and I'm like, damn, like what problems should I associate myself with
Mm-hmm.
in America?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? What should I feel a heart for in America at this point when it's hard to disassociate the two from each other? You get what I'm saying? That's why I asked the question, because it's like there's nothing that we can do here in America that would be just purely our problem. It's always something dealing with somebody else.
That's true.
And it's tough.
No, it is. And I think that's like even just to conclude this part of the topic, I think that's the problem, is that America has not looked itself in the mirror in so long that now a lot of people are realizing the hair is tangled. You know what I'm saying? The beard ain't trimmed up, or the makeup's off, and it's an uglier picture than a lot of people are really willing to face. But you gotta face it. We gotta face it together. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's gonna persist and continue to get worse. And I think we're at a very pivotal point, not just in America, but I think worldwide, because this is gonna have, like we talked about Greenland last time, this is gonna have ripples throughout the world. You know. And speaking about ripples across the world, one Kanye West, very influential artist, you know, one of the greatest music producers of all time, issued a really good apology, a lengthy apology. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I believe it's in the Wall Street Journal, if y'all want to go check it out. And he said a lot, bro. He apologized for his anti-Semitic remarks. He apologized to the black community in which he offended on a litany of occasions. See, I got to use the FCAT words. I can't even say multiple. Litany. It was a lot, my nigga. You done said a lot of things, bro. You done said a lot. Yo, Kanye, you done said a lot of terrible things, my boy. And it's been at least 13 years of that. But he's apologizing, right?
Yeah.
He then went on to discuss his actual personal health and how he does suffer from a mental illness, how he is clinically bipolar, how, you know, he's, as much as we love Through the Wire, we thought Through the Wire, like, hey, he just went in the booth and he started rapping like this and spitting it through the wires of his jaw that was wired in the car accident. Us not knowing he had like some, I don't know if it was like a skull fracture or some type of brain movement that caused him to develop bipolar disorder. Which give us more insight into his, like I said, his personal medical health, right? Oh man, bro, a bunch of conflicting feelings with Kanye, man.
How did you feel? So how did you feel about like the whole apology? It was long, it was lengthy. Like, do you feel like do you accept it coming from Kanye?
I honestly accept it. I think it was sincere.
Yeah.
But I think that's just like the first step. You remember that might have been episode 4. We had a good topic about forgiveness.
Yeah.
And you know, you brought up a great point about like, can forgiveness be a manipulative tactic?
Mm-hmm.
And Kanye has apologized in the past, albeit not like this. But it felt like he was manipulating people because Kanye would mess up, apologize, sell you something, and start the cycle over again, right?
Yeah.
Because Kanye is such a great music artist, I think some people even gave him more leeway than he really deserved, right? When he was having manic attacks. You've probably heard this before. Oh, Kanye has a hidden message, or he's trying to do this. And like, bro, none of that. No more cop and police for Kanye. Kanye was not having some grandmaster plan.
No.
He was having a manic attack.
He's
we
human.
can stop. Yeah, we can stop that. Like that like through this apology, we can dead all you the Kanye. I love Kanye too.
Yeah.
I bought his first 5-6 albums. I still got some of them hard copies. I lost my other CD collection when I was younger. I still got some of them hard copies. But let's just keep it a buck. Kanye, for those who don't know, Kanye was heavy in promoting Trump during his first election, right? Kanye was heavy into being on certain right-wing racist provocateur streamers making anti-Semitic music, which we'll touch base on in a little bit. Kanye went to TMZ and said slavery was a choice. Horrible. Kanye is the same Kanye who, during the pandemic, when the whole world was trying to focus on one issue and saying that Black Lives Matter, not saying nobody else's lives matter, but we're talking about Black Lives Matter because there's a problem when Black people are being slain in the streets systematically by corrupt police, and there being little to no ramifications, right? Kanye went and put on an All Lives Matter shirt. He's done more things out of being like a contrarian or a provocateur or an instigator than he's done to actually help. This all culminates when Kanye, I'm not gonna say, because I've noticed too, like I've been watching a lot of YouTube, like I realized that you can't actually say like certain historical figures' names.
Yeah.
The German guy with the mustache.
Yeah.
All right.
Word.
He makes a song hailing a German guy with a mustache.
Mm-hmm.
That song gets taken off DSPs. It's not, I mean, mind you, it's the internet. So once you put the song out, someone got it.
Yeah.
There's a file somewhere, right? A group of idiots, the Myrons, the Tate brothers, the, what's the other Mexican kid, I think his name is?
Jalapeno.
Yeah, something solid. And a bunch of the red pill, the most red pillars that you can think of.
Oh, yeah, what was his name though?
What is his name?
Starsky.
He's not even important. We don't even need to shine a light on him. But those group, they're right into the club blasting this HH song, once again, hailing the German guy with the mustache, right? Yeah. And then they actually get the song to go from the party bus that they're in to play at a Miami Beach club. Now, we're in an undisclosed location, but we in South Florida, and we used to record on Saturdays. And let me tell you something. We record at, when we was driving on Saturday mornings to come record, back when we used to record on Saturday and release it in the same day before we switched up our little schedule, there's a lot of Jewish people here. I've seen rabbis walking down the street, seen a Jewish community.
Yep.
Why you do that?
Yep.
In South Florida, what DJ you had to convince or got to, I don't know, what, did you slip 100? Like, bro, if you had a club,
that's it?
That's 100, like 100 for my job? Is that it? Like, I want to know what the tip was. As the DJ hasn't come out and said nothing. All these other guys are pointing the finger. He played it. No, he said to play it.
Yeah.
No, he said to play it. Kanye, this is the energy you put out into the universe, my guy.
Yeah.
This is the environment you've cultivated.
I've never listened to that song either.
Never did I. Oh my God, bro. I don't want to say, listen, man, I'm not gonna say said name, but one of my young boys said, this song's horrible, but the bass line's hard. I said, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't, like, the doom, 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 it's not good enough for me to get over what the hell he's actually saying in this song. Please. Yeah. But he's 20. So sometimes you gotta stop.
I mean, but that's the same excuse they was given to the dudes who was out there playing that song. They're young.
Oh my God.
So I mean,
but that's the thing. Them niggas is grown men, 35 and up. I think Sneeko's one of them.
That was the person. Yeah.
Sneeko's name of the one.
Yeah.
Bro, but that's why I was like, verbally kind of like, bro, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be stupid, bro. Like, please spare me. But you know, to get back to the point, as far as Kanye, it's like, change behavior is going to prove everything. Now, that with all that he's done and all the things he said about the anti-Semitic remarks, which is actually more the lighter part, because really he's been shitting on black people for the last like 10 years.
Yeah, because he hates himself. That's all it is.
That's what exactly. And that's what it felt like. Change behavior is going to be, I do accept the apology. That's the first step. Kanye, now we just got to see some change behavior. We got to see you get healthy. We got to see, I don't know if he can undo some of the things he's done, but moving forward, can he do better?
Best thing he could do, bro, is take care of his kids and be the best father that he can be. Everything else outside of that, I don't think that he can prove anything with anything else he can do. But being a great father, being there for his kids and watching them grow up, I think that's the best thing he can do at this point in his life. Any other art, anything music-wise, making another Yeezy, it's not gonna bring him the fulfillment, and it's not gonna allow the people to see him in the way he wants people to see him, unless he's that great father and takes care of the next generation, which he put onto this earth.
Right.
So.
Yeah, bro, and that's the thing. I remember you told me like, man, a lot of celebrities are moving off their self-interest.
Yeah, bro. A lot of celebrities are moving off. Well, actually, think about this, right, bro? We have Kanye, right,
Mm-hmm.
and he's doing things for the more of the benefit of himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we sit here and you be like we're judging, we're like, oh, how could they do that? And it's like they have to make that decision for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then even we have a situation like now, people are talking about even Nicki Minaj and
Right.
our president.
She was on stage again.
Yeah, and they
Should
talk
we
about
play a clip from that or no? Nah. She sounded bad.
And the thing about it is too how I look at it, right? I looked at it, I heard the whole thing, and I was just like, she's doing the best. She's doing whatever she can do for her family, right?
Mm.
If there's anything that she's done, from creating music, from I don't know what she, bad things to good things. If there's one thing that I would look at Nicki Minaj and say, hey, listen, at least she did this. It's something that she did for the betterment of her family, right? Do I agree with what she did? I don't think I have an opinion on if it's right or wrong.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I
Right.
don't have one. And I say that respectfully because, I don't know what she got going on. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how they're using her. You get what I'm saying? I can sit here and make up some suggestions, but also
Right.
I'll leave it to the fact of it's okay. I don't know. And I
Right.
accept the knowledge that I don't know about the situation.
Right.
But you have Kanye doing that. He makes a decision for his best interest. You have even that situation with Nicki Minaj. And I think it goes back to what you were saying earlier about when I was saying, like, how do you protect your thoughts, right? That intake of media, the stuff that media wants you to intake there, right? Protecting what you receive, right? Fully, you don't have to fully look at the situation, but accepting what you don't know, right?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And then also too, that should push you to the point of not judging that person, right? Because you want to get to the point of not judging a person and being okay with what you don't know, and then not judging that person, leaving you in a better space to give a better perspective and to build your mental health, build your mental awareness, build your mental. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like those things that we take in, right? We shouldn't take it as hard, but I just see it going on a lot right now in America, or we with a lot of these celebrities. And it's kind of like I brush it off, and I wish a lot of us would brush off certain decisions that they make, because just like you would do, they're making decisions for the betterment of their family.
But you know what? Because you're right. I mean, at the end of the day, we know that they're, being self-fulfilling, right? But let me ask you, like, if the betterment of themselves comes at the detriment of, like, the public or the common people, how do we process that? Because I understand, like, not judging. I can't tell anybody what to deserve or what to do with their lives, right? And I know that everybody's moral compass isn't going to point in the same direction. You know what I mean? But why I'll say, like, even in the Kanye example, right, is that it's so dangerous when you're as prominent as a figure as Kanye. And whether it be fair or not, as a black person in America, you represent so much more than just yourself, especially when you're of that stature.
Yeah.
So when you choose to better yourself at the detriment of your own people, how do we process that? And I think that's where, with the apology, I've seen so many mixed reactions from it. Because so many people feel like, bro, you straight up threw us under the bus, bro. Like, we are fighting in the streets for our lives to make lives better for our children, stuff like that. And it's like, you care about pushing your brand, or you want to align and grift with this because you're seeking power, and that power is going to come at the detriment of our kids. Like, they're removing historical black figures out of books. They're removing certain museums out the country. They're trying to erase the history, and you aided in this. You know what I'm saying? So that, I guess that's the part where, like, like you said, protecting your mental thoughts, but also at the same time, kind of like, once again, like, for me, my personal opinion, like, how I view, like, observing versus judging is, like, I'm never telling somebody what they deserve, And I'm a pretty forgiving person. I gotta be. I can't believe in God or believe in Christ and not be forgiven. I gotta forgive him. I'm gonna forgive him, but also I'm not gonna forget. Yeah. You know what I mean? And forgiveness does not mean there's no accountability to be held there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's the struggle that I might be having, where it's like, I have not purchased anything Kanye since maybe, what was that, Cruel Summer?
What? I purchased some $20 slides. I still didn't get them.
You didn't
Kanye,
get them?
yo, I want my slides, bro. Like, we ordered them like 6 months ago, Brody.
You see,
we supporting too. Do all the. I bought like 5 slides, bro. And I didn't get none of them. Then I seen people say, "Oh, I got mine in the month." Yo, Kanye, send the slides, bro. Like, I'm not trying to hear none of this.
Kanye, oh,
you got it. Come on, bro. Like Kanye, 6 months ago, I ordered these. 6 months, bro.
You owe Jiggy some slides.
How
and
you
then
gonna
some.
offer something and then wait six months? Just you gotta wait a whole year. It's gonna be out of style. Nobody gonna wanna. You tripping, bro. You supposed to be this fashion genius talking about
you can't even wear your slides. The whole country's under snow.
6 months.
The whole country's under snow. You wear the season,
bro.
You gonna
trying to skip a season?
Yeah, bro. You got a frostbite on your toes.
It don't matter. I'm in Florida, bro. Send my slides, bro.
Wait. Hey, listen.
I want my order, my easy order, bro. Come on. I don't want to hear no apology. Apologize to me. Come on, bro.
He pulled a big mama brand. He pulled a big mama brand.
The whole time you was talking, bro, I was like this. I still ain't got my easy slides. Like, where's my slides?
No, that's the pressing issue. He's like, you know what? No, you're right. You know what? All the everything you said, but my slides, my nigga. My $20. I put my credit card. And you know what, bro? Tell the truth. When you were buying the sneakers, you buying the slides. You have to get up and go get your wallet. And you have to go put in your credit card info. All them extra steps and bare feet.
Yo,
and bare feet.
Bro, that $20 has expired by now for each slide. I'm telling you this right now, bro. Imagine, so let's say if I go, yo, bro, I write to them, hey, listen, I still haven't received my slides. We return your money. I don't want my money back. I want my slides. You know what I'm saying? The point of me buying them was because it's so cheap. So I was okay of giving you that 20 or whatever the slides was because I'm okay with letting that go. I want my slides at this point. I ain't worried about the 20.
Give us the product. Give us what we paid for.
Oh, yeah.
Kanye, listen, we forgive you. Change behavior. Get this man his slides, bro. It was his birthday. You gonna do that on his birthday?
Ordered them in what?
Come on, man.
What? September?
Come on, man. And you be updating the UPS.
I ain't updated. I ordered so much stuff. I ordered so much stuff after that. I ordered so much stuff after that, bro. I'm like,
every day you check the mail. So it's today the day.
You feel me?
Oh, another credit card offer.
You get what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Another credit card offer. Like, damn.
Oh my God. Get that man his slide. Kanye, change behavior is the next step to this apology. Please. We'll be watching.
Yeah, change behavior. Send packages.
Send the package,
pause.
Man. Oh yeah, pause. Definitely. Bro, oh man. Outside of Kanye and the other serious stuff, bro. You had a pretty good question earlier about leading into or leading off of protecting your thoughts. How do you have a good time? Like who do you go to have a good time? What was it? When was the last time you had a really fun time?
So let me tell you this, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If there was one person I had to go to have a fun time, bro, I'm for sure going with my big brother.
Ooh, nice.
Yo, listen, my brother Dupree. If I go out with him, bro, I'm gonna expect to have a good time. He's gonna make sure I have a good time. You get what I'm saying? Let me tell you about this time, bro.
Okay.
Let me walk you down story lane.
Story lane. Let's get it. Story time with Jiggy.
So, my brother, he's like, yo, Twan, I'm coming down there. Meanwhile, I'm at FIU at this time.
Right.
FIU at this time. My brother's like, yo, Twan, it's lit. I'm coming out of Miami. I'm getting a hotel. We getting lit. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm in college, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, cool. At this time, my big bro his name was Pacquiao.
Pacquiao? Why they call him Pacquiao?
Pacquiao because Pacquiao is NYC Pacquiao.
Okay, NYC Pacquiao.
Because you know what I mean? He's getting his money. You know what I mean? He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
I was worried that he was knocking random niggas out in the street.
No. He didn't do that at that time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he was just, he getting his bread. It's like Pacquiao. The Pac came in, so he called it Pacquiao. You know what I mean?
Pac-Man, Pacquiao.
Anyway, my brother, he was like, yo, Twan, I'm coming out of Miami. He's like, all right, cool, bro. I was like, all right, let's do it. He comes down here. We go out there first. He's like, all right, so let's go get something to be eating and stuff like that. He's like, so Twan, you ready to go? I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. Bro, we end up going to KOD, right? So we in KOD. The whole time I'm driving to KOD, my brother's behind the thing like, yeah, yeah, behind my seat, like, you ready? All right. And I'm over there. Meanwhile, I'm from New York, right? So I just got my license. And I'm driving. I'm over there. He's like, yeah, you ready? He came from the military, so he been driving a long time.
Oh.
I'm over there like this. He's like, yeah, you ready to go? I'm over there like, yo, bro, chill out. I'm trying to drive. Yo, all right, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we get in the club. He's like this. Hey, this is my little brother right here. This is my little brother. He better have a good time. That's all I know. He better have a good time.
He looked like he said that with the military discount.
Yes. And then my brother hit him with I'm in the military. So I'm just letting you know. So
thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service, bro. So he made sure I had a good time, whatever the case is. And then he was like this, yo, bro. You know what? We out. We don't need this. Yo, we out. We don't need this, bro. We don't need to sit here with them. We out. I'm like, bro, what they do? What's going on, bro? I'm like, he was in this mode like, yo, listen, we be on to the next thing.
Facts.
Go to the next thing, bro. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I got there, but somehow, some way, I was on stage with Neo. I don't know how it happened, bro, but I was on stage with Neo. Bro,
you were singing So Sick of love songs with Neo?
Bro, no, bro. I was on stage, right? And then look at this. Look, let me remind you this, right? Where's the place in Pembroke Pines they used to have all the party? It used to be lit. Iguanas.
You ended up at Iguanas for KD?
I ended up at Iguanas after that's what I'm talking about, right? So we went early to KOD. Remember, so we was on South Beach. We went to KOD. And then we ended up back over. But you know why I probably ended up over there, right? Anyway, so we over there at Iguanas. I'm on stage. Meanwhile, I'm lit. I'm like this. I'm like, what's going on or whatever the case is. Meanwhile, I'm in, when you having fun or whatever, you want to, and then all I hear is, Miss Independent. I was like, I can't, bro, I'm over there like, I can't get jiggy with this. What is this? You get what I'm saying? So to me, the whole time, right? The whole time, my brother, he's just lit. He's like, yo, bro, like, we getting lit. It don't matter. He's like this. Because my brother, I'm telling you, he's going to have a good time. He's like, we here with him? Yo, order the Ace of Spades. Get all the Ace. Yo, I want 2 bottles of Ace of Spades. Put it right here. Just right here. So he orders the Ace of Spades. You know how much those bottles are.
The gold trumpets?
The gold trumpets.
God.
So he had the little table. He ordered the Ace of Spades, bro. He ordered the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades come or whatever the case is. So he like, so that's when you see people start flocking over. Like, meanwhile, remember we're on stage. The person singing here, we're on the back, like in the back area behind it, whatever. In Iguanas, and they bring the bottles, whatever. People start flocking over. My brother goes on stage. On the stage, I don't think nobody can hear him. No, he goes, nobody touch it, bro. Go take some pictures right there. Yeah, bro, take some pictures right there. Hey, bro, drink the bottle. Yeah, bro. Yeah, you gotta drink it like this. Yeah. And then they was like, and then you just see some girls going, hey, how you doing? The
birds.
Nah.
But that's why they call them the gold trumpets. The trumpets gonna make the birds flock.
Yo, so just to end the whole story right here, bro. If I was to have a good time, bro, I'm gonna go with my brother. He gonna make sure I'm safe. He gonna make sure I have a good time, and he gonna make sure no crazy stuff happens. Shout out to you, Dupree. Love you, brody.
And he gonna get them gold trumpets on.
And he gonna have the Ace of Spades bottle
on Neo's tab while he on stage singing.
Nah, he bought those bottles.
Oh, hey,
no, he bought those bottles.
Because I thought that was a twist.
No. I told you. He came down here. He was like, nah, bro. He wanted this. My brother, right? This is why he gonna make sure you have a good time. Because he's gonna make sure wherever we at, we look like we doing our thing, no matter what else is there. So he was on stage. He bought his own Ace of Spades bottles just to be like, yeah, we chilling out. And you just see people, some people, dance. Let me come over there. Nah. So that's why. But so now, bro, let me ask you, bro. If you was to have a good time, hey, listen, I'm gonna have some fun. Who you calling on? Who is that person?
Probably my Uncle Kerry.
Uncle Kerry.
Listen,
Shout out to Uncle Kerry.
But here's the thing, though, right?
Yeah.
Because it is Uncle Kerry, but like my family in general just knows how to have a good time.
That is true.
And I mean, even like my late Uncle Steve, man, when we was kids, no one threw a party quite like him.
Yeah.
Even though we was kids, and you see, like when the adults is doing what the adults is doing,
yeah.
you just a kid running around with the vibes, having fun with your cousins. But like the reason why I'll say is that like he's the vibes curator. And like he caters liquor, like he has multiple liquor stores. That's like his hustle, his business. And one story I would think about is for my 18th birthday, and I was just graduating high school. I'm born in June. This is ATI before ATI was no longer ATI, but when ATI was like ATI in Jamaica, in the grill.
Yeah.
The most epic thing I ever did in my life. I mean, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. It wasn't just ATI, right?
Yeah.
It was a fact of like my first time being in Jamaica as like a young adult. Mind you, I've been going to Jamaica since I was like 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been in Jamaica more times than I can count, right?
Yeah.
But like now I'm like, yes, yes, the debauchery is here. I'm 18. I'm outside. And what's funny is my younger cousins who were with me, Steven and Anthony, they were 16 going on 17, roughly, right? But it's Jamaica, so we gonna do what we want. And then so mind you, it's still like Uncle brought us in. We here now, but before we get to the grill, shout out to my cousin Christian. Christian got money. And Christian is popular. And when I tell you, bro, we got a taxi and we went club hopping in Kingston.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's the thing though, right? As much fun as it was, this is gonna be a little bit of a long story, but not a long story.
Yeah.
First club, I was never a drinker, right?
Yeah.
Even in high school, you know, I've been a bunch of parties and stuff like that. I just never drank. I might have smoked a blunt or two, but just drinking wasn't really my thing.
No.
So in this experience, it's like, in Jamaica, it's like, the legal drinking age ain't 21. So you can get a drink at 18.
Yeah.
And my cousin Christian is just like buying shots for everybody. So I'm like, yo, close the air. Bro, I don't know if I wasn't prepared. I can't remember if I ate. But the last club that we took a shot at, which was like, no, it wasn't even the last club, it was the first club. It was the first club we took a shot at. And it was my first ever shot. And I don't know what liquor it was. I just know it was clear. Burnt my chest so bad. I walked my ass up out that VIP. And I was in the bathroom the rest of the fucking night.
He was throwing up like,
hell no. I had to run. I wish I just threw up and went back. So I was like, bro, I was like, bro, what the? I don't know what I ate. I don't know what was in there. My stomach was killing me. So I was like, man. I was like, they was like, yo, over there, I look for you. I don't want to play away there. I was like, yo, no, I was just in the bathroom, chill. Chill. Here's the thing, right? This is why I also say it goes back to Uncle Kerry. Because like I said, he's catering the liquor for a lot of the events going on in the grill during that weekend for ATI. So we go take this long road trip over to the grill from Kingston, right? And that was a Rio. Yeah, that was a Rio. Because this is like 2010. So that's the Rio we're staying in. But like every party's just like a strip. And he gets us the bands. These bands get you to any party. And when I say, bro, there's like a party like every 4 hours. So like from like 8 in the morning, there's another party like at 3 in the afternoon, and then there's like another party at 7 in the night that just goes on till whenever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And we hitting up all, bro, I meet Movado, like he's staying at like 2 rooms down from me. I see Elephant Man passing past by me in one. The only person I didn't see was like Cartel at that point, you know?
Vibes,
but bro, I mean, vibes everywhere. So then my Uncle Greg, right?
Yeah.
It's all-inclusive hotels. Like, yo, I gotta go take out the young boy down, man. Give him a shot and red. It's me, Anthony, Steven. Bro, I was like, all right. Last time I took a shot, it gave me the runs. I'm good, though, now. I took my Pepto-Bismol. When this shot, when I drink this, it's gonna be smooth like the movies. Bro, I try to drink the shot quick. You know what I'm saying? You try to throw it back, pause. Bro, it's like the liquor felt like a tennis ball. That, you know, like when you go to the park and you can just hit the ball on the wall and it bounces back to you? Because it hit like the back and then right back out. I was like, eyes burning. I said, no more. I'm done. This is not for me. I was like, any shots? No more shots. And you know that thing it was messed up too? It wasn't in shot glasses. Like, it was like at the coffee mugs out the room.
Oh, yeah.
Big big mistakes, right? But the party that I remember the most, bro, it was one of them wet feds, dog. It was at like.
I mean, just your soul is pure, bro. The liquor can't mess with your soul.
That's what it had to been, bro. I'm telling you, my grandma anointed me too many times before going to school. That holy water on my head, that oil was not letting me take the liquor, bro. But bro, that wet fit, oh my God. And this is the last funny story I'll say to wrap it up, right? So my cousin Christian is with us too. And it's all inclusive. Like you can just drink as much. There's no, like you just go to any bar. We got the bands. It's like whatever you want.
Yeah.
Bro. So Christian's not a short dude neither. He's like 5'10", 5'11", right?
Yeah.
So, bunch of shorties. Me and my cuz we having a great time.
Yeah.
Beautiful women everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, I gotta get some drinks. I follow him to help carry some of the drinks back to where we at.
Yeah.
He got one arm full like this, and he has like 2 cups like that he's literally holding in his teeth like this.
Yeah.
And I got like 2 cups in my hand. I'm like, damn, why are you carrying all that?
Yeah.
So then we finally get back to the spot. I'm like, yo, Christian, you gonna hand out those drinks? You're like, no, I saw this. Them are mine. Them two, I think so. Yeah. I was like, he got like 8 cups
for you?
So I was like, all for you? I was like, bro, I'm watching this. I was like, there's no way. I'm thinking he's gonna hand that out. And I felt bad because my hands is like, am I not doing enough? I only got 2 hands. I got 2 cups like this. I got pretty big hands, so I got like 4 cups.
Yeah.
He's like this.
Oh, mine.
No, he's like, no, man, them are mine. Wanna go drink your own? I said, all right, bro. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I feel like that's the most of the story I can share. But great times, bro. Great
you know
times.
so crazy about? Because I don't drink like that either.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime if I was like, oh, I'd be like, oh, let me drink, bro. It gives me the worst feeling. And then if I'm like, oh, I will throw up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know what it is about liquor, but I see so many people drink too. I see so many people drink liquor and all that, and I just can't do it. Like, I may once in a while be able to take like a sip, take a shot.
Right.
But the feelings,
it's
like my body's like, no. Nigga, no, you cannot. We don't like this. They tried to trick you before back in slavery, and they got you. Your body's saying no. So I don't know what it is, bro.
No, bro, trust me, bro. Like when I say I'm a social drinker at best. Matter of fact, when I go out with most of my friends, they call me Nesquik because I'm
chocolate milk.
It's like, what you want, a chocolate milk? What you want, a strawberry? What you gonna order, a Sprite? Like, I mean,
stuff like I ain't trying to die.
Yeah, no, I just be like, no, that's why my bill's the cheapest. You know, y'all pay $50 and $40. I got my little wings and my Sprite. I'm cool right here at $22.99. y'all got it. But I will say, when I'm in the Bahamas on my dad's side, it get lit because liquor, bro. The thing is, bro, it's like I don't know. Kalik, it's Bahamian beer, tastes great.
Yeah.
You go to Jamaica, you get a sorrel beer, tastes great. And like the cognacs, I don't even be knowing which, but bro, I'm telling you, you can get like the smoothest cognacs that don't even feel like you're drinking liquor there, bro. So you taking shots, it feels like you're drinking juice. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a different vibe. And you definitely got to find the right drinks. But in sports news, in 2 weeks, we'll have the Super Bowl. And I'm sure people will be drinking there, whoever wins. Some people are going to either be drinking their pain away or someone's going to be drinking to celebrate that they just won a Super Bowl, right? And we're going to have the Patriots versus the Seahawks. I got the Seahawks winning 27-20. I would not be surprised if the Patriots upset them, right? And in other sporting news outside of it, because we don't have a lot of football to talk about, I mean, the Seahawks game versus the LA Rams was great. The Patriots game versus the Denver Broncos was in the snow. Hey, listen, all cold weather places in the NFL that don't have a dome, get a dome. Stop playing in the snow. It's not fun. We don't want to see a 10-7 game.
No.
Spend the money.
Yeah.
Your owners got it.
Facts.
Spend it. Right? But in other sporting news, Giannis, like, might be trying to make his way to New York.
Yeah, but bro, you know, I really hope the Knicks can pull it together. I feel like it's going to be like a multiple team trade in order to get him.
You gonna package the big bodega?
Yeah, he got in this type of situation. He got to go. The reason why too, bro, because this is my thing about it. I'm a real Knicks fan, right?
Right.
So no matter what anybody say about Cat, I'm gonna still stick up for him because he's a Knick. Right. Now, as far as this trade is concerned, I can see Cat's body language. I can see how he's playing, and I know how good he is. And I just don't feel like at this point it's being taken advantage of.
Right.
So when I say this, I say it with that in mind, and I do hope that they can trade Cat because it seems like he is not bettering his career being there. At this point, it seems like he's like sulking and it's taken away from him. So they need, bro, if we get Giannis, which is gonna happen, we get Giannis, we got Brunson, the Cat. You know what I'm saying? We keep Josh Hart. You have to keep OG.
Gotta keep OG.
You get what I'm saying? Now, Mikal Bridges, it's the only reason why I would end up trading him, bro, is because what they traded him for, right? Not because of I don't think they should keep him.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I think that they would need to recuperate some of the things they traded for him. So if they did trade him, some of the draft picks. So if they did trade him, they can make, I feel like they can get like 2 pieces to make up for what he does in some draft picks.
Right.
So, Giannis, Greek freak, you gotta come to the city. City gonna get you litty. You feel me?
Listen, man, I you talk about Cat, like what made me think Cat was gonna definitely be traded if Giannis does come to the Knicks is when he tried posting up Russell Westbrook and he got the ball stripped. I was like, bro, come on, dog. Like, I know that, like, Westbrook's a dog, but like that's like the meme with him and DeMarcus Cousins times 10. He's 6'3", bro. And you can't move him. And that's always been my problem with Cat. Is that
all right. And Cat is some. Anyway, you know what, Cat? It's all right.
It's okay.
He fouled you. Yeah, he fouled you, Cat.
Let me tell you something, Cat.
So like this to your back. I seen it, Cat. Don't worry.
Cat,
God.
Cat, listen. You got the ring that matters, my boy. This Jordan Anthony Towns. You know what I'm saying? You went in that life, brother. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Oh,
yo,
man.
right? Hey, listen. Yo, that's true. Cat, they can say whatever they want about you.
Exactly.
But they can't say that.
You got you one, bro.
Yes, sir.
You got your queen, bro. And
Facts.
At the end of the day, bro, it's the only ring that matters.
Facts. Facts. That's a fact, Brody.
Unless you're gonna be Jalen Brunson. I think Jalen Brunson. Yo, you see the lows that Jalen Brunson got? The Kobe 3 lows?
The 3? No, I didn't see the. I was just.
Bro,
I didn't see the Statue of Liberties.
Bro, them joints is so cold, bro. Hold on, before I know we get. Hold on, Kobe.
I gotta get me some of those. So would you wear some? Let me ask you this: would you wear some Kobe's with some like regular sweatsuit fit?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
right?
I
think, bro. I mean, you and me were talking about this a while ago, bro. Where it's like, we really feel like Kobe sneaker is gonna be one of them lifestyle shoes, bro.
Oh, these
cold. Those are cold. Those are cold.
These needed to be cut.
Yeah,
these needed to be cut. I wish I could show the camera these, but
during the edit, I'll see if I can put a picture of these. These are cold. These are cold.
They gonna come out?
I hope so, bro. It was a PE, but I think they're gearing up to launch. Like, look like they're gonna retch, but these are tough. I mean, I need one to hoop in, one to rock. Listen, y'all, this has been a great episode. Did you get anything else on your mind? Anything you want to get to the people, bro?
Nah, man. Listen, man. I just want to say, like Steph was saying early in the video, man, notifications, turn them on.
Turn on them notifications.
Let you know that we about to say something so you can hear it. Likes, please like. The interactions is great for us. Comment. Please comment. We do comment back.
We do
want to hear what you have to say. And think about this: if you comment on our video, some of your input can be put into the video.
Facts.
And it's like we speaking to you.
Yeah.
So listen, we want to hear you guys' thoughts. And if you have a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
And if that friend didn't tell a friend,
share them videos. Hey, and we posted on TikTok again. We got our first 30+ likes on TikTok. Not likes, views. Because before TikTok wasn't showing us no love. Shout out to everybody on the Instagram that's been showing love, sharing, reposting, bookmarking. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get the TikTok thing going in the right direction. We appreciate all the engagement. We appreciate every subscriber. Like I said, we're not, some bougie dudes up here trying to boost their ego. We want to hear from y'all. Come kick it with us. You know what I'm saying? You guys can even pick some topics. If y'all put good topics in them comments, we'll bring it up here and record. You know what I'm saying? We're at a undisclosed location, but you right here with us. Exactly. You're part of, we all family. Like I said, if y'all don't like the jiglets, Because we could, like, if they go to Jiggles, we'd be like, yo, say Jiggy Jiglets.
Shout out to the Jiglet fans.
Shout out to the Jiglet fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, like, you know, help us really get to learn our audience, get to learn each other, and you know, build this thing called community, yo. So like, comment, subscribe, notifications, everybody, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.